Good morning. I'm Pam Mabry, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a scripture that truly means a lot to me. When I first read this scripture, it penetrated my heart because it was pointing directly in my face. And the scripture is Isaiah 29:13. I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to get it wrong. So let me read it to you, word for word. Isaiah 29:13, it says, "These people say that they are mine. They honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me, and their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules." You know what? Like I said, when I first read this verse, it made me think about just the mundane task of, that you get caught up in going to church, doing the things that you do, but not really, your heart isn't in it. So it's almost as if you're wearing a mask. And I wore that mask for quite a long time because I got caught up in the system of busyness. I was busy, taking my kids to soccer practice, basketball practice. I was busy with, I was doing the homeless ministry. I was doing hospital ministry, going to church on Sunday, sometimes going on Wednesday. I was just busy, busy, busy. And yes, a lot of these things had fruit that did benefit me and others. However, throughout all of that, I never really took the time to get to know who God is. Taking the time to really read His Word was my biggest mistake in life. And when I finally decided to do that, boy, did I see a transformation in my life. I saw a transformation in my thought process and how I looked at things. God had transformed me from the inside out. And yes, I still struggle with it. I still get busy sometimes. I have to stop myself and say, hey, what's most important here? So in this scripture in Isaiah 29:13, the message that I want to get across to anyone that's listening to my channel is take off the mask. You may look good. You may have the nice car. You may have as they say, the 2.5 kids. Everything looks so perfect in your life. You're going to church. You're doing all these things. And it looks like you have your spiritual life intact, but you haven't even opened the Word in months. You're going to church and you're listening to a message, and that's good. But you need to have your own personal relationship with God, and that's only going to come with you taking the time to read His Word. And trust me, it's not just reading His Word, it's studying His Word. It's seeking His face. There's a big difference. So I'm going to challenge you to do a few things, if you don't mind. My challenge to you today is to go out and get a journal. Get a journal, and then my second part of this challenge is every morning I want you to wake up an hour before you usually wake up. An hour before. So if you wake up at 7 normally to get dressed for work, get up at 6. So whatever that time is that you normally wake up an hour early. Sit down with your journal, get your cup of coffee, open the Word, and read it. And don't just try to get through it. Read it. Take notes. Question yourself in every single chapter. Does this reflect my life? Or how does this reflect in my life? And just go chapter by chapter and really think about it and write down what you got from each verse that you read. What did you get from it? What is God saying to you? Because many times I've read a verse and it meant nothing. And then another time I'll read a verse and it means life. So don't skip through it. Read it, study it, and do it on a day-to-day basis. Now, I know life can get in the way. Sometimes you're going to oversleep, whatever. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back up, pick up that word, and make it a part of your life. I did it, and it truly changed me. And not that I'm perfect now, because I still have issues. I have many issues that I deal with. But God has given me a peace that I'm able to deal with these issues, knowing that I'm not the one that has complete control over everything. He does. He is my source. He is my refuge, and he should be yours too. So open his word, get to know who he is so that he can be the God in your life instead of you being the God in your life. Allow him to transform you into the person he wants you to be.